Yes, you got it.
Yo, man, we're back in this thing, man.
Yes, sir.
Did I come on too early?
No, man, you right there, man.
Aight.
Right there, on time.
Hey, man, we got special people in the building, man.
Very special people.
We got like one like sitting like right beside us, though.
Right there.
Big O, man.
Big O.
What's happening, man? Welcome to the show, man.
What's good, y'all? What's happening today?
Man,
Cooling,
beautiful
man.
thing.
Cooling. I'm up here. I'm getting kind of hot. Is it hot in here?
Oh, man.
It could be because I got this long sleeve shirt on.
That
I'm
what
sorry,
it
y'all.
is,
That
man.
what it is.
Still something.
No, I'm good, man. I'm going to do like this. I'm going to roll my sleeve up. I apologize, man.
Can't prepare this Georgia heat.
I know, man, let me tell you something, bro. Like, for real, I've been in Georgia my whole life. It ain't nothing like it.
Ain't nothing like it.
Ain't nothing like it, man. Summertime, it's the humidity.
That's real.
That's what it is. That humidity, man.
That's what it is. Where you from, Big O?
From Stone Mountain, so I'm from
Oh,
out
okay, so
here.
you know
You
about it.
understand.
Okay.
it.
Oh, yeah.
You know our trouble. You
Definitely
definitely
had
know
some.
our trouble.
Had some extreme Georgia summers out here.
Yeah.
Show.
So, man, like, here's the thing. A couple of weeks ago, ran into met Lacey.
Mhm.
Officially met Lacey. We've been knowing each other via the internet for a while, but we met face to face.
Gotcha.
And I told her about what we was doing here at GoodHenneC Show, and she was like, "Man, look, I got some people that you need to talk to."
Word.
And I was, I've been knowing her for a couple of years, and she always send dope content, to the site. So I'm like, whatever, let's do it. And so I get this email. I'm looking on the site right now, but Lenore Church Road, right?
That's
I said it
right.
All right. Now, I see this Waffle House right here. That's so the first thing I think about for me, I don't know about y'all, but for me, Waffle House, I think of 3 a.m. Look, 3 a.m. eating food that I probably shouldn't be eating at 3 a.m.
Oh, man.
After a late night. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think about when I see Waffle House. So when I got that, I was stuck already. I ain't even had to press play. You know what I'm saying? So talk to us about this project, man. Like exactly what is that? Because I don't even know where is that. That's on the east side, Lenore?
Yeah, it's on like the northeast side.
Okay.
So it's right by South Gwinnett. Lewis Williams played over South Gwinnett and stuff. Yeah, we had this house on Lenore Church Road, and it was just kind of an epic time in my life. Like it was, we threw parties over there. There were the craziest parties. We tore that house up pretty bad. Rental house. They probably never should have rented it to us, and
Oh, man.
probably will never rent us anything again. But we had a lot of fun in that house and did a lot of stuff in that house. So memories, and it's kind of the inspiration for the tape. Just kind of going back and revisiting those times.
Gotcha.
That's dope, man. So, I was reading up on you, and you do quite a few things. You engineer, got engineering up under your belt. You got artists up under your belt, of course. Do you do any production too?
Yeah, I do production.
This man is multi-talented, brother, right
Hey,
now.
man. Sounds good, man.
Got all kind of stuff going on. So, help us understand, man, like Big O, like where did all this stuff come from? You know what I mean? Where's the influence, the musical genius that's Big O? Where did all that happen?
Growing up in Atlanta is kind of like you're always around music. There's always music going on in Atlanta. I think a lot of people don't really know about that, but from everywhere. My brother played on the drum line at Redan High School back in like the 90s, like 96, 97, 98. So like Freaknik time, you know what I mean? Like right there at the end of Freaknik. Yeah. So that was probably the most turnt time for any kind of that like drum line stuff, because it was like the South secret. Like nobody else outside the South really knew about it until the movie Drumline came out, and then it kind of exposed it a little bit. But I got to be around that. Used to go to all the practices and kind of just had music in me from then, just being around all those people. But going from there to rapping when I was in high school, to leaving Georgia and going out to California, to rapping while I was out there. So yeah, just a lot of work. It just kind of kept piling up, and it was just work hard every day. I met my engineer, my homie, back in the Air Force, my buddy JB. JB Mixed It. You might have heard of him a couple times out here. We started going to school together and stuff out in LA, going to recording school. So that's where we learned to engineer, and we're working with a lot of engineers. They kind of will be a little bit hesitant to get back to you on time, if it's just like a friendly relationship. It's like, all right, man, like, can I get this mix? And it's like, yeah, man, I got you. I'll get to you next week. And then a month later, you never hear anything. So, so we're like, all right, man, like, I'm tired of this. We just got to do this stuff ourselves. So every day it was the same grind. And it was every day. Like, a lot of rappers like, I do this every day. Like, we did this every single day. But it was wake up in the morning. It was the same routine. It was wake up in the morning. I'd go out there. I'd always wake up before them. Start like 9 o'clock, start making beats, just messing around with Logic and stuff, and just working on stuff. Have like 3 or 4 beats done by the time JB got up, roll a couple blunts, smoke. Then we just start making songs at that point. So he'd learn how to engineer through that, and I'd learn how to produce. So we just worked it out that way. And the more you do something, the better you get at it. So it's repetition and practice.
Hey man, you said it right there. Like that's really what it's all about. You know what I mean? You got to get in there and grind every day, daily. You were out in LA. You went to what school?
Los Angeles Film School. It's dope location. It's right in the middle of Hollywood, right at Sunset and Vine. It's like right there. But they have the best teachers that I've ever seen in my life. Like just they had industry professionals. They had a dude that worked on Pac's album teaching us. They had people that engineered Mariah Carey to Whitney Houston and everybody. So we had a lot of education at our fingertips that we could just tap into. So
yeah, I was gonna say, man, like, can you imagine that being in a class with a guy like, man, I engineered this whole Tupac album.
Right.
I was like for real, bro, like what was that like? You know what I'm saying? I can imagine just the wealth of knowledge just right at your fingertips. You know what I'm saying? And then being in LA out of all places too, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure you saw some things.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we got lucky when we first moved down to LA. So we started going to school, but the apartment complex we were living at was a pretty nice apartment complex. But we were living there, and we ended up meeting these artists because we were cool with the building manager and stuff. So she had the security guard bring this guy up to our door, and he was like, "Hey, these guys do music. Talk to each other." And we were like, "All right." So of course, like every other meeting in LA, it was over a blunt. So it's like, "You want to smoke this?" Yeah. All right. So everybody would sit down and talk after smoking the blunt. It's like, "All right, what do y'all do?" We played these guys our music and stuff, and they were signed to Capitol Records.
Oh, okay.
So we ended up having a real cool relationship with them because they were our neighbors and stuff. So we just party with them all the time because that's all we did was throw parties. But we would just party with them all the time, and then they would invite us to the studio. So we got, not only were we going to school with dope engineers, but we also got like an inside look of everything, being able to go to Capitol Records and record over there and watch these guys do what they were doing. So yeah, it was great experiences for sure. Got into some crazy stuff.
Man, I hear stories about LA, man. I got to get out. I've never been to LA.
I've been once.
I hear stories.
I've been once, and I didn't get to partake in in that.
What he said though, that's not the first time I heard that.
What's that?
Like just the access to things that are
Oh,
down
yeah,
there. You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like I got a couple of homeboys that are out there, and they tell me, and they do music too, and they just tell me like, man, LA will change you if you're not careful.
100.
Because it's like you're around. You know how like here we can kind of be chill, laid back. You know, you might run into, you know, an NBA player. You might run into a movie star, and most of the time in Atlanta, you kind of say like, "What's up?" and keep it moving. You don't really, like LA. Everybody is taking a meeting, so like you're not gonna run into somebody and not try to take advantage of that opportunity. Like we kind of like real laid back on it. Like, oh man, I'll see him again. Whatever. We in Atlanta. Out there, it's like we may not meet again. So like, hey, how you doing? This is such and such. You know, everybody got their resume going out. Like everybody doing a film, everybody in music and all that.
Right.
But they're like those meetings might start with, you know, a blunt. It might start with a line. They might start, you know, it happens. And it's just like, man, I don't know. That's probably not for me. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
that's a little too crazy. I don't want to be like, hey, how you doing? What you do, man? Hit this line. I'm like, bro, I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? I'm straight. But this project, man, like, you know, 8 tracks, right? It's like got a bonus track on it.
Yeah.
8 tracks. Why give the people, you know, this short of a project instead of giving them, you know, something more full length?
Well, I just wanted to give like little bits of what I could do, you know, before like making these full projects. I'm definitely getting into album mode. I'm definitely putting everything together with that. There will be more mixtapes coming out. Like that's as short as music is never gonna happen. So I'm gonna definitely be putting things out. But I really got inspired off of, I think, one of the hardest tapes of last year, a couple years ago, with that Freebase mixtape.
Oh yeah,
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
And that was 7 tracks that you could just listen to over and over and over again. So I wanted to kind of keep it short and sweet and like give people just enough to want to hit repeat. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
just go back to the beginning and try to listen to it again. So.
Yeah, I got you, man. I get that. I'm actually a fan of I'll tell you this, and I don't mean this to be disrespectful at all. I have a pet peeve with saying mixtape. Because this is an album. I'm going to keep it what it's really, it's an EP. It's an EP. It really is like, and it's a dope project at that. But when you put mixtape on it bothers me. No offense to you. It's something with me.
Yeah, no problem.
I got issues. Don't worry about it. But I say all that to ask, like, why call it a mixtape as opposed to an EP?
I just look at mixtape as something that I want to share with people. It's something free that I'm not going to try to make money off of. You know what I mean? Like, do shows off it, most definitely. But just it's something that I don't want people to have to be like, all right, man, like I really want to listen to this dude's music, but do I have to pay $1 for it? Like, you know what I mean? I don't want people to make that decision. Like, here, just listen to it, you know, take it in, and I definitely enjoy comments. So anytime anyone wants to comment, negative or positive, I always like seeing them.
What's this Nightclubs in Heaven, man? What's that about, man? That's an interesting title right there.
That's kind of what started this whole mixtape process off. It was kind of, I was just going through beats. My homie Smitty out in LA, part of Track Bangers, he just sends us folders and stuff because, you know, we're family, you know, but he just sends us out stuff. And I was just going through the beats and just heard the beginning of it, heard that little talking part, and I was like, man, who is that? Like, I didn't know who it was talking, and I was trying to listen to, like, figure out what they were talking about, and it was dope. Like, it really intrigued me, and I was really connected with what he was talking about there. So he's kind of like, man, do you worry about anything? Like, do you have any, like what's going on? And it's like, nah, man, like, I don't worry about any of this stuff. Like, I'm just kind of, I'm going to die one day, so I might as well live as much as I can right now. So hopefully they got Nightclubs in Heaven, for real.
That's dope. That's dope, man. Man, we might as well, you want to go through the rest of this track list? Because, I mean, it's interesting. Like, you know, give us a little background. What is it? Is it? Oh, Lenore Road.
Well, that one's Lenore Church Road. So that one's kind of going off of like.
I see what you did.
That's clever. That's clever.
Real clever.
You know what I mean?
That's real clever. I got you now. I got you.
Yeah, so that one just kind of plays off of like what we were doing in the house, like the trap booming and things like that. What that song references to is kind of the time we were in, like, because we had things going on people had no idea about, like, because we were throwing parties every single night, so people were coming in, partying, leaving, but there's also other things going on in the house that people probably weren't, you know, savvy to. So
I got you. We'll leave that at there. Now I see this next record here, man. PCH with Snooty Wild. Like, how did y'all connect? First off,
well, through Lacey. We met Lacey. We came out here in Atlanta, moving back from LA to here. We came out here to work with street execs and have Travis Porter, and then they actually had us recruited us and were like, hey man, come work with us, you know, we're opening the studio, y'all definitely should be here. So we came out to Atlanta, but Lacey was in Tennessee, so she's like, man, I'm in Atlanta all the time, you know, we need to link up. So we definitely linked up with her, and she's cool as a fan, so somebody to be around all the time, you know. So we just kicked it with her, and she helped us out with things and introduced us to people. We've introduced her to people. It's just kind of been one big mutual relationship. Kind of, it's family now, though, for sure.
Hey, man, shout out to Lacey, man. That's all right, right there.
Like,
that's
look,
good, man.
What y'all can't see is Lacey like chilling in the cut, like, yeah that's me. You know what I'm saying?
Bossed up over there.
Yeah, it's all good though. That's what it's about though, making connection with people, and then, you know, people put you in the place where you need to be. You know what I'm saying? And that's always dope, man.
Yeah, and the best thing is cool people. And Snooty Wild's wild for sure, but he's a super down to earth guy. Like, if you're respectful when you talk to him and don't come out of pocket, there's no problems at all. But you know what I mean? It's respect. It's kind of with anybody in the industry. You show respect, the people show respect back.
Yeah, man. This I think this is the record that caught my attention the most. Flood the City. I know we skipped over one, but Flood the City. For one, when I saw it, it was the Nightclubs in Heaven and then the Flood the City that really just caught my eye without hearing any of the music. Kind of go through that record for us though, like, you know, the vibe on that and the story that you're telling.
So that one's going back to like the most like primal part of doing music for me, which was like freestyling. So that's how this started. It was me and my buddy Chris that y'all saw earlier, and my buddy Sam. We were in a trailer next to his house drinking because we were like 16, 17. We shouldn't have been doing it. So we were hiding in this trailer drinking and smoking and stuff and listening to the radio and just talking shit to each other. But Chris started rapping. He's like, I'm better than these dudes on the radio. We're like, man, you never rapped in your life. Like, don't do this right now. And he's like, nah, I am, bro. So he just started rapping. And of course, you know, being friends and stuff, the first person he starts rapping about is me. So he's diss track. And then my buddy Sam's hyping it up, and he's like, hey, man, you got to get him back. Never done it in my life. So I was like, all right, like, here it go, just off the top. So we started freestyling. Ever since then, anytime music was on, it was always, Chris would be like, hey, man, you got to start rapping now. You'll freestyle something, spit something. So it's just spitting every time. It was every party we went to, anywhere we were at, we'd just find a little corner to just spit in and just practice, and we got pretty good. So
that's dope, man. I love hearing those stories like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, coming from them humble beginnings and that competition, you know what I'm saying? That competition really sets you apart. It kind of molds you into like an artist, a true artist, as opposed to somebody just out there rapping, you know what I'm saying? Like that friendly competition, if you will, you know what I mean? What is it? The Black Chevy record? Yeah.
What that's?
I already know what Hennessy. Hennessy been eyeing that one for a second.
What Chevy we talking about, man? What you talking about?
Like a big black Chevy Suburban type Chevy, but Black Chevy was we made that one while we were out in LA. We were all living together. It was producers. We were all staying together. It's Track Bangers, FKI, Post Malone was in there. Jason Stokes is in there, who did the remix on the 8th track. That's all my brothers. We were just working on the track, and it's kind of like, man, like, this is family. It's kind of like one of those things, like, yo, don't test my family and everything would be cool.
Yeah.
One of those kind of tracks. But it's nothing like, not trying to go out there and start anything, but it's just kind of, you know, like, we're just trying to have a good time. We just smoke and stuff. Like, even at the end of the verse, I just, like, you know, but I just want to smoke, kick it. But anybody does anything other than that, you know, we show what we do. But
yeah, just respect my space.
Right, yeah, that's it.
Respect my space. Yeah.
But more of a party track. All my songs I'm aiming towards having fun with them, but, you know, you definitely got to let people know who you are.
Gotcha.
Yeah, hey, sometimes you just got to lay down the law of the land. You know what I mean? Just like, look, we cool.
Yeah.
Just don't cross that line.
What does PCH stand for?
PCH is Pacific Coast Highway.
Okay.
Out in California, it goes all the way up the coast of California, and it's all beach views like the whole time you're going. But I've taken that trip many a times. We went broke, begging people for rides to take us down to LA just so we could record, just so we could get to the studio and work out there. And so yeah, PCH is a trip I've taken many times. Gone up and down that highway.
It's kind of like that A1A, I think, like in Florida. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that, you can ride that, go from like Daytona, Jacksonville, all of that, you
Just
know.
the coast.
Yeah, kind of chill and see the coast. Yeah.
Broken catching rides, man. That's usually real struggle artists out there.
Oh yeah,
man.
we grind it. We grind it for sure.
That right there, for sure.
That's what it's about, though,
Yeah.
man. People, you know, one thing about this show in particular, man, like, we like to allow people to be who they are. Like, you don't have to come up here and sell us this dream. Like, we don't care about all that stuff.
Right.
Honestly, we really don't. Like, I love hearing that, like, man, I'm trying to get down to LA so I can make this stuff happen. You know what I mean? Like, and I think people connect with that too. You know what I mean? Like, of course, people want to be in a certain position, but when they can sit there and say, like, oh, this guy, I want to do something like that. You know what I mean? It's that thin line of finding, you know, connecting with people to where that they love what you do and they want to do what you do, but they can't figure out how to do what you do. You know what I'm saying? Once you figure out that formula, then you out of here. You know what I mean? But that's dope to see, man. I'm happy that we got this project, and I've been riding with it, you know, for a couple of days. Like, I just posted it like maybe like 2 or 3 days ago. No, maybe like five days ago. It hasn't been long though. I think I had once I got hold on to it, and just like, this really got a dope project.
Appreciate it.
Our EP got a question for you, man. He wants to know what's the best thing you learned while living in LA.
The best thing to learn while you're living in LA is just kind of, you always got to watch what people's intentions are, and you definitely have to look to see if somebody's really about what they're saying they're about. Because a lot of people, anybody who's wanting to get into the music industry, please know that there's a lot of people out there that would just try to take advantage of you, and they don't have your best intentions at heart. Like, just about anybody out there. But it's business. Like, these people are trying to get for it. So people should definitely know that too. People are just trying to advance themselves in business, wherever they have to do. A lot of people will do that because it's very cutthroat in the music industry.
I definitely heard that.
Yeah.
It's like, you really got to watch out because you just don't know, bro. It's on some. You never know the angle that somebody's taking. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, we can help you, but it's gonna cost you. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, people end up giving up a whole lot of things trying to get to that point. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This thing. So yeah. Another question.
Yeah.
What's the okay, just say I'm going to LA couple weeks. And I want to partake in the festivities. What's the best strand? What's the strand I need to request out there?
Well, we got lucky when we first moved to LA, and we found the plug out in LA, like that guy. But we never knew what he was hooking us up with. We just always called it Jesse's Weed. That was it. That was just it. Yeah, that was our homie. It was like, we told him, we're like, man, we're gonna brand this stuff. We're gonna call it Jesse's Weed, bro. And he's like, cool, man, do that shit. So we're like, so yeah, Jesse. We always told everybody, we're like, man, this year you smoke one blunt, like, you're gonna be high for a while, bro. Like, you don't have to smoke any more of this.
Right.
One blunt, you're gonna be good for it's good 4 hours, which is rare.
Gotcha.
Which is rare. So, yeah, we just stayed on Jesse's Weed. That was the thing. But you'll find a lot like Louis 13s out there. You'll find OGs are big out there in Cali, LA. They're big on their OGs, but everything, man. Lady Gaga has her own weed, so we smoked some of that, and that was crazy. So we've gone through just about everything.
That's crazy, man. You know, I have to lean back on that conversation because I don't know a whole lot about weed, man. I'm sorry, man. I can't
man.
be in the party, but it's all good.
I don't know that much either. I stopped on 420, ironically.
Oh, it's a good day.
What's that story?
I just stopped.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. Yeah, we won't go into that. That sounds like there's some other stuff dealing with that. So, you know, bro, what's next for you, man? Like, what's going on? We got this project that you're working. Do we have any visuals off the project yet? Or
we do have some stuff on YouTube right now.
Okay.
Show a little behind the scenes for Black Chevy. Shows kind of where we recorded it. We made a trip out to Vegas from LA, which anybody from LA that's been to LA knows it's about a 4 or 5 hour drive to go do crazy things in Vegas. So yeah, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas 100%. But they definitely have a lot of cool things out there, and the studio was amazing that we were in. So we got to experience some cool stuff out there in Vegas also.
Dope, man. That's what's up, then, man. Look, I appreciate you coming through, bro. I learned a lot, man. Like this dude, you welcome here anytime you want to.
Appreciate it, y'all. Appreciate it, y'all.
You here now though, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
We're in Atlanta. Like we'll be traveling a lot. Like I've been going back and forth to LA, and tour is coming up pretty soon, so that's definitely gonna be happening. So traveling everywhere I can to do shows wherever someone wants to see me. That's where the next step is.
Yeah, man. Look, whenever you get the tour together, let us know. We'll definitely throw the support and let the people know to go and support.
For sure.
Most definitely.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Well, look, appreciate you coming through, man. GoodHenneC Show, man.
Appreciate y'all having
Let them
me.
know how they can reach you though.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
definitely.
Oh yeah. So all of my contacts, Big O238 on Instagram, Twitter, SoundCloud, everything. You can find me Big O238.